Last week, we got the news that Hulk Hogan passed away at 71 years old. And obviously, in the aftermath of that, a wrestling legend, an American icon for a lot of people while they were growing up. A lot of people paid respect to Hulk Hogan. Now, that didn't stop a lot of people from attacking him at the very same time for something that he said in private 20 years ago. But most people were honoring the passing of Hulk Hogan, what he meant to wrestling, all of that stuff. And one of those people was fitness influencer Joey Swoll. And he ended up deciding to backtrack on honoring Hulk Hogan, apologize for honoring Hulk Hogan, and say, I didn't know the terrible things that he did, and ended up making it far worse for himself because maybe he learned over the past couple days that it does absolutely no good to bend the knee to the woke mob when you have absolutely nothing to apologize for. Now, to put this in perspective, Joey Swoll, after Hulk Hogan passes away, he posted a video. And for you guys that don't know who this is, he's big, super jacked, gym guy, and he has become hyper viral and very popular online for being critical of gym etiquette and people that try to spin things in the gym or try to attack men as like sexualizing women in the gym. These just people that are completely out of pocket and out of hand, and he criticizes them. And he puts them on blast and says, we have to do better type of thing. He posts this kind of old video of him dressed up as Hulk Hogan in the gym. R.I.P. to a legend, one of my inspirations to start working out. Well, that didn't stay up long because he bent the knee, apologized, and in the process did so much more damage to himself and his brand than he would have if he had just ignored these freaks that were really that triggered. Influencer Joey Swoll apologizes to the woke mob for mourning Hulk Hogan's death. And he did delete that. He ended up reposting a video because he had done a live stream and he was getting a lot of heat in the live stream, guys. It's crazy. And before we get into this, I just want to point out that if you are on the internet, people are going to be critical of you. If you're talking about fitness, if you're talking about makeup, if you're talking about movies and television, if you're talking about anything, especially if you're being critical of others, there are going to be people that are critical of you. That's part of it, and that's okay. Like that's just the way that the world is. But this was his reaction after posting a video of himself as Hulk Hogan after the man passed away.
I owe my followers, my community, and all of social media an apology. A few days ago, I reposted an old video of me in the gym wearing a Hulk Hogan Halloween costume on the day that he passed. Last night in my live stream, a lot of people expressed how upset and frustrated they were with me that I had posted that. Instead of listening and understanding like I should have, I became defensive and said that I was posting to celebrate the wrestling icon, the person that so many of us looked up to as kids that we grew up with, that made us tear our shirts and take our vitamins and say our prayers. I didn't know to the extent of all the horrible things that he had done. Since last night, I have done a lot of research, talked to a few people, and learned all of the horrible, horrible things that that man has done, which is way more than just making a mistake and being human.
So please tell me those things. This is what I know about Hulk Hogan. 20 years ago, in a private conversation, he said the N-word. Said the N-word in a private conversation 20 years ago. That is enough to get me. Oh, yeah, I didn't know what a horrible, terrible person was. All the horrible things that he's done in his life. Oh my gosh. Oh, how terrible. Really? Are we fucking serious? Now, not advocating that everybody go around and shout it. You can say whatever you want. It doesn't particularly offend me. However, I can guarantee you that every single person that follows this guy right here, every single person that's watching this video, every single person in the world, if they have any friends or talk to anybody, you have said something in private, whether it's in person, whether it's over text, whether it's DMs, whatever. You have said something to somebody that because of how close you are to that person, because of that person's sense of humor, whatever it might be, that if that got out in public, you would be petrified. You would be canceled. You would be horrified, right? Whatever it may be, whether it's a joke, whether it's serious, whatever. Every single person has something out there like that. So the idea that that is this standard that Hulk Hogan said the N-word. He said a word. It's not like this dude killed somebody. Like, what are we talking about here? And I did my research. I found out all the horrible things that he did. Okay.
So because of that, I have taken the videos down, and I apologize to anybody that I offended. I am sorry. Also, during last night's live stream, I used the word colored instead of saying person of color, which is a very outdated, very offensive term.
I can't keep track of what's politically correct to say. People of color or colored. One is just so terrible. If I say someone's colored, oh, heaven forbid. But if I say person of color, then that is totally acceptable, at least for now. Jesus.
A few moments later, somebody educated me and told me that it wasn't okay to use that, which I immediately apologized to everyone and said I would never do that again. So once again, to anybody that I offended, I am sorry. You know, my whole page, my whole brand is based on holding people accountable and doing better. I would be a hypocrite if I didn't hold myself to the same standards. I am human. I am still growing. I am still learning. And I promise all of you, I will do better. I have nothing but love and kindness in my heart. I will continue to try to make the world a better place. And once again, to everybody, I apologize.
Now, if he had just posted this, just deleted the Hulk Hogan thing and posted this, that would be kind of sad and pathetic, all of that stuff. But guess what? This made things so much worse. He got even more backlash for this. So now he was getting backlash from both the weirdos that were pissed off because he dressed up as Hulk Hogan and said RIP to Hulk Hogan when he died. And then because you do this, you're also going to get a lot of criticism from, I don't know, all the normal people out here who think that this is fucking insane for you to do. So what he did next is, to me, the more pathetic part. For somebody who their entire, like, I don't want to say career, he's done a lot of other things, been involved in a lot of other projects that we don't have time to get into now. But what you've been known for lately is being critical of people, calling them out and stuff like that online. That's what you do. That's what you do. And now that people are being critical of you and are calling you out, you can't handle it. And you go and you play victim and you tell people that I'm leaving the internet. This is the most pathetic thing he did. All the good I've done, all the people I've helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people I've inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others can carry on my message. But no matter how much good you do, people just want a reason to hate you and tear you down. You either die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Thank you for your support. I am done. This dude's not quitting. And he even followed up with a post, you know, about 12 hours later or whatever. And he said, oh, maybe I'm done. He's not quitting. This is a victimhood shit. That's what he's doing. He's trying to get people to feel fucking bad for him. And ironically, very ironically, all the things that he's said here, couldn't you just apply those things to Hulk Hogan? And what you just decided to tear him down. You are the one who decided to be like, I can't believe all the terrible things that he did. I had no idea. So all the good that Hulk Hogan has done, all the joy he might have brought people over the years, all the people that he might have helped, all for nothing. I truly hope all the people that Hulk Hogan inspired to do great things in their life and pay it forward to help others and carry on his message. But no matter how much good Hulk Hogan might have done, people just want a reason to hate him and tear him down. You either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. Don't you see how insane that is? Don't you see how fucking stupid you sound and how pathetic this is? You had nothing to apologize for. But because you want to walk the line, maybe it's because you already caught a little heat because anytime you criticize a black person for being rude in a gym, you get a couple people in there saying, oh, that's racist to do that. Fine when you do it to white people, but when you do it to black people, then it's bad, then it's racist. Maybe those people got to you. Maybe you felt like you had to protect the brand. I don't know what it was. But you did way more damage by apologizing like a bitch than you would have ever done otherwise. And this is totally a victim play. And that's what I mean, where he did more damage with this than with the apology video. Because for somebody who is constantly critical of people, and I'm one of those people too, guess what? People are critical of me all the time. It's something I have to roll with. Because if I'm going to criticize Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel, and DC, and all these things coming out of Hollywood, I have to be okay with people being critical of me in the way that I'm being critical of it. That's part of it. That's part of the job. Okay? And then you come out with this thing to make people feel bad for you. Fuck you, dude. Honestly. And look, Joey Swoll, massive dude. He's jacked. But it doesn't matter how much you can lift. Doesn't matter how much you can bench. Doesn't matter how much you can squat. Doesn't matter what your body fat percentage. Doesn't matter how much muscle mass you got. Doesn't matter how many fucking drugs you've injected in your ass over the years. None of that matters. This is bitch made. This is pussy ass shit. And then again, he'd follow it up and said, a lot of people are upset, calling me weak or a quitter or worse. They're not wrong, and I deserve it. But just so we're clear, you can walk a mile in my shoes. They've sent messages telling me they know where I live. They were going to unalive me. That's fine. I can handle it. It's not the first time. They went after my girlfriend, my business partner. Then they found my sister's number and messaged her. That made me furious and disgusted. I lost it. So yeah, maybe I'm done with social media or need to take a break or get my head right. But I will say, there's so many incredible people being supportive and telling me how much I've helped them to be stronger, to keep fighting. Thank you to everyone. Even those giving me a kick in the ass, telling me to stop being weak and a quitter. You need to hear it once in a while. I just need to breathe. It's pathetic, bro. It's pathetic. It's fake victim shit. It's making yourself a victim to distract from the controversy. And all of this because he paid tribute to somebody he liked as a wrestler, Hulk Hogan. Somebody who has been maligned, for the past couple days after he died by people because he said the N-word 20 years ago.